Tierney Squad.
The Adventures of Juan Fran by Peter Duffy, Jackson Gaffney, Andrew Park, and Tierney Ryan. All the best heroes are ordinary people who make themselves extraordinary.
Juan Fran is 19. He has colored skin, wears red sunglasses, has a long afro, and wears a red sweatshirt and jeans. He only speaks broken English. He is 6'2" and weighs 195 pounds. He sees the gangs in his city and hears alarms going off in the banks from the rooftops. He smells the desert air and tastes the desert sand, but he is not normal. There was something special about Juan. But was he ready? Ready to reveal himself?
Juan Fran was born in Mexico City, Mexico. The doctor said he was colorblind, but that was not quite it. He had infrared sight. He could pick up all heat signatures with his eyes. Life was tough for Juan. His parents were killed in the crossfire of gang violence when he was 12. Since he did not want to go into foster care, he ran away to live with his cousins in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He never attended school in Santa Fe, but he taught himself how to read and write. He had a quiet childhood away from other kids and bullies at school. He was all alone most of the time and had no friends, but there was one kid that was nice to him. His name was Pablo Hernandez. He was the only kid that treated him fairly. Juan's cousins lived in the Enclave apartments. They did give them their couch to sleep on, but they could not pay for all of his needs. So Juan worked on farms to get money. That is where he first met Pablo Hernandez. Pablo was about 23 and was living off of a farmer's land. He accepted Juan because he was in a similar situation as Juan because he had no one to look out for him and he had to support himself. Other than that, Juan was on his own and he learned to fend for himself.
When Juan was 19, a war broke out between two large gang nations. Since his parents were victims of gang violence, he felt like he had to do something. So he went to the police station to ask if he could help stop the gang violence in the city. But the police said in a mocking adult voice, "You can't do that. You're just a kid. You can't do anything to help. You're just a farmer. Sorry." So he asked Pablo to help him make tools to help fight the gangs because Pablo got a new job at the metal factory instead of working on the farm. He helped manufacture his tools. He wanted his tools to do damage, but not kill, because Juan did not believe in killing. His tools were ninja stars, electric boomerangs, taco grenades, and a custom camouflage suit with bulletproof armor, with a cooling system because it was so hot in the desert.
After Juan got his gear, he was ready to save his city. He decided to set up a base camp on the Enclave apartment's rooftop. After about 2 hours, he saw a gang harassing a little girl. He spotted the gang on the rooftops. He stayed quiet, acting like a master of disguise. He could see the gang with his infrared sight behind the building. He was nervous, but had to do it. He sprang in action. He threw his ninja stars, knocking one of them out. Wham! Now the rest knew what was happening, but did not know where Juan was. Then he chucked a taco grenade. The gang thought they were tacos, so they took a bite, and sure enough, boom. Then he got knocked out too. There was only one left now, and that was the leader. To finish him off, he threw an electric boomerang, zap, shocking him as he was pulling out the gun to shoot the little girl.
Juan had saved the day, and Juan had saved the little girl and defeated the gang. Juan then descended to the street, rescued the little girl, and brought the gang to justice. When the police came, they were shocked. They complained that he was just a citizen. They did not want people to become vigilantes, so they told Juan to never suit up again. This, however, would not stop him. He was determined to get back out onto the streets and save more people from the gangs and put them in prison for their crimes.
A week later, Juan was back on the streets. He was looking west from the Enclave apartment's rooftop when he saw a police shootout with an immense gang. He could pick up about 20 gang members and 15 police officers. The gang was in an abandoned apartment building, and police could barely see them, but Juan could see them perfectly. He knew that he might get arrested for fighting the gang, but he was willing to take a chance. He wanted to help do what was right and show some bravery and courage to the police officers. He sprang into action. He threw his ninja stars into 5 gang members through the windows. Wham! There were 7 gang members left. All but one was in a group. He threw a taco grenade into the group. Boom! And then turned around and threw an electric boomerang into the other gang member who was fleeing out the back door. Zap! They were all defeated. Then he walked over to the police, and he was relieved that none of them were seriously injured.
Juan was given lots of gratitude for his efforts. He managed to take out the leader of one of the gangs and made much progress to end the war. The police were sorry that they have doubted him. They apologized and even offered him a job as a professional superhero. His friend Pablo was even employed at the police station making all of Juan's gadgets. Now he just needed a name. He chose to be identified as Desert Storm. Juan was given the key to the city, and there was a formal ceremony in front of City Hall. Although he was not acknowledged by name, he was happy to see that all of his hard work had paid off. He was ready to help the cause of good, ready to be a beacon of light for the hopeless. He was ready to be a superhero.
We would like to dedicate the story to the drug and gang epidemic in this country. We know that it's not just in Santa Fe, but all over the country. We need people to help the cause. Thank you.